Hello, I thought I'd jump on here today and talk about measurements. Typically, pre-COVID, if we were starting our first appointment and our consultation, we would take our measurements together. Now, because that's not the case, we are relying on you guys to take the measurements yourself. So I just wanted to give a quick intro on how to do that. And they're so important because our success isn't always governed by what we see on the scales, it's how we're doing in our loss, inch or centimetres loss. So I wanted to just demonstrate where we take the measurements from. So I've got my little stool, so I'm going to stand up here. So typically the waist is where it starts to go in. So all I would say is no matter where you choose to take that measurement, that it's consistent throughout the whole of your journey. So, you know, waist isn't up here and then down here. We choose a part and we stick, and we kind of, that's our guide. Now, sometimes obviously the belly button is probably a good indicator. The waist for me is the smallest part of the body. So if you can, find your waist. If you don't find that comfortable and you find that your waist sits lower, that's absolutely fine. It's totally depending on you and comfort. So find that place and take your measurement. Men, I would definitely probably do it more round so that it does pass over your belly button. Yeah. So for me, that's a little bit lower. But yeah, so women, higher to find your waist. Guys, I'd probably sit it a little bit lower to make sure that it passes over your belly button. Now for chest, women, make sure you wear a bra. And I guess anything really for when you're taking your measurements, it's wise to wear as little clothing as possible. We want it to be, if we are wearing clothing, then we want it to be fitted and not baggy. So women, that is wearing a bra, and typically it is where your bra line sits. Guys, it's your chest bone. So if you can imagine, if you were lying on your back and if you're going to be doing a chest press and you're bringing the bar down, you want the bar to hit directly here. So it's not down here, it's not up here, it's directly underneath where your pigeon bone is. Okay, so that is your chest. So guys, girls, it's round by your bra. Yep. And then guys, it's obviously the same area really, just across your chest. Right, thighs, the widest part of the leg. So, girls, if you've ever worn a garter back in the day, hen do, wedding day, stockings, hold ups, whatever, where it ends, typically where it ends. So again, the widest part of your leg, and just be consistent. So when you take your measurements in 4 weeks time, make sure it's at the same place. That is obviously where we're going to know. So yeah, guys, the same, you know, the widest part of the leg. Okay, thighs. Now hips. There's another consultant on here, and she did a very good explanation of where the hip sits. So that is the widest part in between the thighs and the waist, and typically where your bum crack starts is where she said, which I really liked, and actually that's a really good visual reference point. So again, widest part, and I know that feels about right. And as long as it's at the same place every time, okay? So in between the waist and just above the thigh is where we want. Guys, that's absolutely the same for you. So probably where your jeans might sit, because guys wear jeans a lot lower typically than women, unless you're Simon Cowell. Right, now arms. So, again, a good reference point, not always easy, but around an injection site. So if you were going to go and have an injection in your arm, typically they would do it quite at the top, and if you were going to flex your muscles, typically where it would be quite bulgy. I don't have any muscles up there, so I'm just going to do that. So again, near the top, at the widest part of the arm, it's a bit tricky, but I've managed to do it okay. And again, as long as it's consistent, there you go. Now, the other one is for guys, which is a neck measurement, which is a really, really good indicator, is to put the tape measure it's a collarbone, and we want to make sure, and we just make sure, so we put it round and then we loop it, and we've got the reading down here. That gives us our collarbone measurement. Okay, so we just loop it. It's not, don't do that. Round here like that, and we just meet it down in the V. I guess just below, see where our little crevice is there, just below there, and that gives us our collarbone. And there you have it, your measurements. You'll have them in your weight record card, so make sure that you jot them down and speak to your consultant. They are great statistics to look back to once you start to see the weight and the centimetres or inches come down. Best of luck, guys.